Hi, Michelle. Welcome to the Craft Kitchens. If you think preparing a stunning chocolate cake roll could be complicated, let me show you how quick and easy it can be. So let's start with the chocolate cake portion. We're going to take 3 squares of Baker's semi-sweet chocolate. I'm going to put it into a microwavable bowl, and then I'm going to add on top 6 tablespoons of butter. Microwave it on high for 1.5 to 2 minutes. Okay, so the butter is nicely melted, but you can see that the squares of chocolate still hold their shape. So you want to stir and make sure everything's nicely melted. The heat of the bowl will continue to melt the chocolate. And then to this, I'm going to stir in 1 cup of granulated sugar. Now I'm just going to set this aside. I'm going to start on our next mixture. Okay, so in the bowl, I'm going to add 4 whole eggs. And I'm going to beat this on high for about 3 minutes until the eggs are nice and thick and have a beautiful pale yellow color. Perfect. Now I'm going to add in a 1/4 cup of flour and 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and they're both in here. So I'm going to add this in, as well as our chocolate mixture. And then I'm going to beat it again until it's nicely incorporated. Okay, that's great. Now, I still have 3/4 cup more flour to add, but I'm going to alternate it with 2/3 cup of water. So I'm going to add in a little bit of the flour, and then I'm going to beat it. Okay. And then just add a little bit of the water, and a little bit more of the flour, more water, and I'm going to add in the remaining flour and the last of the water. Now, I have my baking sheet prepared. So this is a 10 by 15 by 3/4 inch baking sheet. I sprayed it with cooking spray, then I covered it with parchment paper, and then I sprayed it again. This is key because it's going to allow you to get the cake out of the pan easily. Pour the batter into the pan. Just quickly spread it all over. Lovely. And I'm going to bake this in an oven that I've preset at 350 degrees, and I'm going to bake it for 15 minutes or until when I lightly press down on the cake, it springs back. Okay, so the cake is beautifully baked. Now, we're going to top it with a 1/4 cup icing sugar. So just using a sieve, really easy, sprinkle it all across the top of the cake. So what this does is when we start rolling it up, it'll prevent the cake from sticking to the tea towel. Nicely done. Then I'm going to take a tea towel, place it over top, and then I like to put a rack on top. Because it's still warm, slip on your oven mitts, and I'm going to flip the cake over, just like so. Then remove the pan and set it to the side. Perfect. Now carefully peel the paper away from the cake. See, it comes off beautifully. Lovely. Now you can just pull it off the cutting rack if you want. Now, what you want to do is using the towel from the narrow end, start rolling the cake up away from you. And you just roll, and then you're going to set the cake to the side on a wire rack to allow the air to circulate around, and you're going to let this completely cool. Now we're going to make the filling mixture. So I have 125 grams of Philadelphia cream cheese. Now the key is to make sure that your cream cheese is at room temperature. So I'm going to give this a quick beating. And to this I'm going to add 1/2 cup of icing sugar. Perfect. Now I'm going to fold in 1.5 cups of Cool Whip topping. And I'm going to gently fold this in. The Cool Whip will make this filling really nice and fluffy and creamy. Now for the fun part, we're going to unroll the cake, and then we can spread on the filling. So just pull gently away. Now, if something should go awry and there is a crack, don't panic, because there's some tricks that I'm going to show you. Unroll the cake. Nice. So what we can do is cover up these particular cracks with the cream cheese filling. Using an offset spatula, I'm going to pull this across the cake. And you want to go from all the sides and around. Now the furthest edge, I like to leave a little bit of a lip because you don't want the filling to come out. Perfect. Now, start with the towel and continue to roll and roll away from you. And you can continue to use this as you roll. Just makes it a bit easier. See? Oh, lovely. Great, now you want to place it seam side down onto the platter so that way it holds itself in place. Pick it up and just set it onto the plate. See, there's a little bit of crack, but it's okay. There you go. Onto our ganache. To start, use 3 squares of Baker's semi-sweet chocolate and 1½ cups of Cool Whip. And I'll just add this into the dish and microwave it on high for 1 to 1½ minutes. Now just give this a stir. The heat of the bowl will continue to melt that chocolate. Now once you're finished stirring this all together and it's nicely melted and combined, you want to let this slightly cool to thicken. And I have it in the refrigerator, so let me grab that one. So now I'm going to add the ganache to the cake. So again, I like just to dollop a little bit on the top, across. Just a nice way to be able to spread it on. Isn't that lovely? See, where did that crack go? You can't see it. There you go. Well, there you have it. We've refrigerated the cake for 1 hour. It's a stunning and fabulous looking dessert. The delicious cream cheese filling perfectly complements the rich chocolate cake in this showstopper dessert. For more great recipes and videos, visit us at craftcanada.com.